Hi friends, in this question we have to find domain of the function f of x, which is equals to sine inverse of 3x square plus x minus 1 upon x minus 1 square plus cos inverse of x minus 1 upon x plus 1. So when we talk about finding a domain, basically we are finding those values at which function gives the well-defined answer. For example, if we have f of x is equals to 1 upon x minus 1, so we know that function is well defined for all the real values excluding 1. Okay, because if we put 1 it becomes 1 by 0, it's infinity, it's not at all defined. So now if we see our function, so in that we have a sine inverse and cos inverse, and sine inverse and cos inverse are the standard functions. Like we know that sine inverse is a function from minus close interval minus 1 comma 1 to close interval minus pi by 2 comma pi by 2. Okay, and cos inverse is a function from close interval minus 1 comma 1 to close interval 0 comma pi. So as we in the function we have sine inverse of this, so definitely the sine inverse function will be defined if this part lies between minus 1 and 1. Okay, so we get one inequality equation which is minus 1 less than equals to 3x square plus x minus 1 upon x minus 1 square. This should be less than equals to 1. Similarly, from here we get minus 1 less than equals to x minus 1 upon x plus 1 is less than equals to 1. So if we look at these two equations, definitely the second one is easier to solve first. Okay, so let's start with this. So we have a denominator x plus 1, so we can multiply by x plus 1, so it's a minus times x plus 1 is less than equals to x minus 1 is less than equals to x plus 1. So when we are multiplying with the x plus 1, definitely we are assuming that x plus 1 is non-zero, as well as we are first taking the condition that x plus 1 is greater than 0, because then only this inequality sign is not getting changed. Okay, so here we get, and definitely after this we have to take the possibility x plus 1 is less than 0. So here we get minus x minus 1. So here we get minus x minus 1 is less than equals to x minus 1 is less than equals to x plus 1. So now let's consider the first two inequality first, and we can just collect all the x together. So we can add the x, or you can add the x in this equation. So we get minus 1 less than equals to 2x minus 1 is less than equals to 2x plus 1. So now if you consider the first two, means minus 1 less than equals to 2x minus 1, consider minus 1 less than equals to 2x minus 1. Okay, and then we get less than equals to, okay, yeah, minus 1 less than equals to 2x minus 1. So we get 2x is greater than equals to 0. So basically this implies that x is greater than equals to 0. Okay, so this is the first uh, equation that we are getting, which will help us to get the answer. X is greater than equals to 0. So as we started with the x plus 1 is greater than 0, even if you start with x plus 1 less than 0, okay, then also you end up with the same answer. You can just try that, because if x plus 1 is less than 0, when you multiply with x plus 1, so it's going to be 1 greater than equals to x min it's going to be minus of x plus 1 less than equals to x minus 1 less than equals to x plus 1. So you can check that. So from both the consideration you get x is greater than equals to 0. Now definitely we are going to move towards this equation, and now in this x minus 1 square is positive, so we get minus times x minus 1 square is less than equals to 3x square plus x minus 1 is less than equals to x minus 1 square. Okay, we are multiplying by x minus 1 square. So now we have to simplify this, so we get minus times x square then it becomes plus 2 times x because of the negative sign outside, and then minus 1 is less than equals to 3x square plus x minus 1. Okay, then we have a less than equals to x minus 1 square, so we are going to solve that separately. So now what we get here, let's transfer everything on the right hand side. So we get 0 less than equals to 4x square, then it becomes minus x, and then the last minus 1 and minus 1 will get cancelled. So we get 4x square is greater than equals to, okay, let's keep that on the one side only. So we have this minus x is greater than equals to 0, then you can take x common, and then we have a 4x minus 1 is x into 4x minus 1 is greater than 0. Now product of these two numbers is greater than 0, definitely both will be greater than 0 or both will be less than equals to 0. Okay, so we have x is greater than equals to 0 and 4x minus 1 is greater than equals to 0. Okay, yeah, I will write it as an end. And another possibility is x less than equals to 0 and 4x minus 1 is less than equals to 0. So here is x greater than equals to 0 and we are getting x greater than equals to 1 by 4. Okay, and here we have a x less than 0 and we get from here x is less than equals to, okay, so we get x is less than equals to 1 by 4. But now this case is not possible just because we already got that the second condition will hold only if x is greater than equals to 0. So definitely this is not the possibility. So what we get is first is an x greater than equals to 0, and from here we are getting that x is greater than equals to 1 by 4. So now if we look at our options now, let's see whether we are able to get the answer by this condition or it require further some simplification. Okay, so we have x is greater than equals to 0 and we have x is less than equals to 1 by, sorry, it has a x greater than equals to 1 by 4. Okay, so now if we consider these two options, so definitely the D is not correct. D is not correct because it contains negative numbers, so D is not correct. Next, uh, if I see B part, so there are numbers which doesn't satisfy second condition, correct, because if I take 0.1, so 0.1 doesn't satisfy this condition because x is not greater than equals to 1 by 4, so even second is wrong, and by the similar reason third is also wrong because again 0.1 lies in this interval but it doesn't satisfy this condition. So ABC A will be correct because B, C and D are wrong. If you want to find the complete solution, means at the end if I'm saying that A is correct, so definitely we should also have an equation x is less than equals to 1 by 2. So x is less than equals to 1 by 2 you will get by solving it the another part of the inequality, that is nothing but 3x square 3x square plus x minus 1 is less than equals to x minus 1 square. Okay, so here we get 3x square plus x minus 1 is less than equals to x square minus 2x plus 1. Okay, so we get 2x square, so we get 2x square plus 3x, then minus 2 is less than equals to 0. Okay, this is what we are getting. So again we will factorize this, so we are going to get 2x square plus 4x minus 2, okay, it's going to be plus x minus 2 it's going to be minus x minus 2 is less than equals to 0. So then what we are getting from here, we get 2, we take 2x common and we get x plus 4. Okay, then we can take, okay, we are, as we are taking 2x common, so we are left with x minus 2, x plus 2, sorry, x plus 2. Then we are taking minus common and then we are left with x plus 2 again, and this is less than equals to 0. Okay, then it contains a 2x minus 1 into x plus 2 is less than equals to 0. Okay, so now as we have this product to be less than equals to 0, so one has to be positive and one has to be negative, means being more particular, one has to be greater than equals to 0 and one has to be less than equals to 0. So there are two possibilities here. So we have 2x minus 1 is less than equals to 0 and x plus 2 is greater than equals to 0. Okay, that's a one possibility. And then we have 2x minus 1 is greater than equals to 0 and x plus 2 is less than equals to 0. That's another possibility. So from here we get x is less than equals to half and x is greater than equals to minus 2. Okay, and from the another equation we get x is greater than equals to half and x is less than equals to minus 2. But this part is not at all possible because we doesn't have an x which is greater than equals to half and less than equals to minus 2, so this is not possible. And from the above equation we are getting that x is less than equals to half and x is greater than equals to minus 2. So now basically we are finding those x which satisfies all the conditions. So as for the first one we already got that x is greater than equals to 0, so it says that on the right hand side of 0. And from the one more equation we got, if I take this as a 1 here and then here it's an half and then here it's going to be 1 by 4. Okay, from another equation we got that x is greater than 1 by 4. Now from this equation we get that x is less than equals to half and it says that x is greater than equals to minus 2. So from here if there is a minus 2 it says that from here, okay, from here to half. So now if we talk about all those x which satisfies all this condition is nothing but 1 by 4 to 1 by 2. Okay, so this is how we get the A is correct, and it's very easy to see that 0 satisfies both the condition. Basically, if I take x is equal, if we take x equals to 0, if we take x equals to 0, so definitely this value turns out to be minus 1 and the other another value also turns out to be minus 1. So basically they lies in the domain of sine inverse and cos inverse. So this is how we get the complete answer, which is the correct answer is option A.